This is the Hankook 24H of Dubai. It's the ultimate test of man and machine. 24 hours non-stop racing through sweltering heat, desert dust and gloomy nighttime conditions. Teams, cars and drivers all pushed to their limits. This is the first event of the brand new 6-part FIA International Endurance Series and will be a great test for any winter modifications. There's a real excitement in the air. Anything can happen in a 24-hour race, and Dubai is no exception. Dubai attracts racing drivers and tourists from around the world for its year-round temperate climate, attractive buildings and spectacular coastline. It's an incredible blend of modern and traditional. As one of the most prestigious endurance races in the world, it has been won by legends of the sport. But looking back at the last 10 years, it has really grown. Started off as just about a club race with 13 nations represented. The first 2 years were won by the Austrian team of Duller Motorsport in BMWs. By 2008, the Porsches started their dominance, winning 3 in a row, with Australian, German and Dutch teams. By 2011, the first Mercedes AMG SLS was involved, but it was only on the 3rd step of the podium. It was Need for Speed Schubert team with the first woman to win the race, Claudia Herken, in the BMW Z4. By 2012, the Black Falcon Mercedes team had ironed out the creases in the SLS and then dominated for the following 2 years. It wasn't until last year that the Swiss Stedler Motorsport team managed to knock the Mercedes off the top of the podium with their Porsche GT3R. Now, the race has only ever been won by German manufacturers. Will this year be the exception?
It was my first time racing at the 24 Hours of Dubai last year, and it was also my first victory, first victory ever in a 24-hour race. It's an amazing feeling, a big achievement after so many hours and such a long race to end up at the top, and nice to be here again.
With 1,400 people in attendance, the traditional pre-race barbecue sets the scene for the teams and truly represents the spirit of the event. Although they'll be racing bumper to bumper, they're all in it together and share the same challenges. There's a feeling of camaraderie, but for the top teams, that'll all change when the flag goes down. The Krevennik event team offers a full race service package, transporting cars and race equipment from around the world to here in Dubai. The teams take their car and equipment to a local port, fill up a container and it's shipped to Dubai. By the time they arrive at the Autodrome a month later, the same container is positioned at the back of their pit. This year, for the first time, the winners of the Hankook Dubai 24 Hours will receive not only the accolade of the victory, but also a prestigious memento.
Each class winner will win a special watch from BRM that with Krevennik. We've made a special watch for them, a very, very limited edition. Only 24 pieces of each with a 24 hours movement, something will remind you these great races.
This year we have a new record, we have 50, so 50 different nationalities. From diversity, that's not only from nationalities, so a lot of countries, but it's also from cars. We have a Mini Cooper, we have the Renault Clios, we have the Seat Leons, up to BMW and up to a Porsche, Ferrari or even a Mercedes. It's a good mix and that makes this event so nice. And we started here 10 years ago, which we were on club level, and now we're here with 95 big teams, also a lot of touring cars. But to be honest, I'm a little bit proud.
I like the racetrack very much. The race is very challenging. It's a good practice also for Nürburgring, 24 hours in the traffic, reading the slower cars and overtaking them. And it's a long race and it's a big challenge to drive and to finish, and that's the reason I'm here. Here especially there are a lot of beginners, and for them it's also hard because these guys have to look more at the mirrors than looking out of the front windscreen, but it's also really hard for us because they are very difficult to judge. Everybody has to start somewhere, and I think Dubai is a good place to start your racing career.
I think 24-hour racing is the ultimate test for a team, for drivers, for the car. You push 24 hours long, flat out, and you feel very tired afterwards, but it gives you a very good satisfaction, especially if you get a good result. But even if you had a bad race and you still make it to the finish line, you can see the emotions with all the team members. It's just a team effort and a very special feeling to do 24 hours.
We're back here with the RGN team and the latest crop of GT Academy graduates. We've got 4 winners from 2014 whose prize was to race here at the Dubai 24 Hours. The difference this year is that we're here with the Nissan GTR GT3 car, so it's a big ask for our rookie drivers who've only been training for 3 months to come and race in such a prestigious event.
There is always a diverse collection of teams in Dubai, pros and amateurs from all over the world, and this year the Mission Possible team have a very different story.
Basically, we've set the car up. I'm a paraplegic, and the highest level is a C, which is a quadriplegic, which is Mark. So we basically set the car up so for Mark to be able to drive, and then the rest of us have adapted to that control.
We have a record breaker in Ivo Breukers and the Red Camel team. He's raced at all 10 of the Dubai 24-hour races, and now his son has come to join him.
Well, this is the 10th time. My highlights were several highlights, I think. We have several times a podium, switching cars, different cars. One time it was in 2 cars, and now we have the Seat and the Audi in the race. I'm driving with my son, 16 years old. Probably, I don't know, maybe he's the youngest driver, so that makes it very exciting for me. As a father, I'm a little bit concerned, but as a driver, I'm thrilled.
The teams have had a couple of days practice and made their final adjustments to the car. They've rehearsed their pit stops and the all-important driver changes. The second qualifying session is a chance for smaller cars to have the track to themselves. The number 86 Bezoplas Mini Cooper, third in class in the A2 category with 2:22.96 seconds. 163 Optimum Motorsport take pole in the SP3 class with a 2:09.67. That's 43rd on the grid. Second in their class, just over a second slower, was the 205 Nova Race 2 in a Ginetta G50. In the Cup 1 class, 2:18.5 for the Racing Divas was good enough for third, the fastest Cup 1 car, the MPB Racing team. In the A5 class, the fastest qualifier was the number 77 GR Motorsport BMW GTR, 2:11.69 their time. The third qualifying session is for the faster classes. In the 997 class, the 58 HRT Performance team posted a 2:10.16, the fastest Black Falcon 3 with a 2:03.7, topping SP2 the number 150 BMW GC automobile. Last year's winner, Christian Engelhardt, in the number 1 Stadler Porsche, 1:58 flat, third on the grid. Black Falcon 2 with the black and green Mercedes. A 1:57.9 was good enough for the front row, but not for pole. Sadly, qualifying was ended early. Contact between the 15 Swiss Racing Ferrari and the STP Racing Porsche. Pole position went to the Swiss team FAC Autotech 2 with their 12 Porsche 997 GT3, Austrian Martin Raginger at the wheel.
I had 2 times the same lap time. One could be a bit better in sector 1, one could be a bit better in sector 3. So it's a bit of compromise, but everybody has this problem. So in the end, I'm really happy with the lap time I did. And once again, thanks to my team.
So top spot for FAC Autotech 2 from Switzerland. Second, it's Black Falcon 2. And third, last year's winners, Stadler Motorsport. Ninth position for Abu Dhabi Racing Black Falcon is a disappointment, although their sister car, Black Falcon 3, is top of the 997 class, 12th on the grid. Top of the A6 amateur class, just 200ths outside their reference time, is the Nissan GTR of the GT Academy team RGN. The rest of the field is made up of the less powerful cars, although down in 89th and out of position is the Czech Scuderia Praha Ferrari, whilst the grid is rounded off with the 2 Modena Motorsport Renault X85 Cup cars from Hong Kong. Nervousness and excitement mix on the starting grid, the mechanics and drivers checking every last detail. 24 hours is a long time for man and machine, and all need to be at their optimum. It's a rolling start, but first 2 warm-up laps around the 5.39 kilometre track. Every one of the 16 corners been inspected. "89 cars are on the grid, with drivers from 50 different nations. A record entry for this first event of the International Endurance Racing calendar. His Highness Sheikh Juma Al Maktoum waves the national flag of the United Arab Emirates, and the 10th edition of the Hankook Dubai 24 Hours is underway. Not a great start from last year's winner, overtaken by both the Ram Racing Mercedes and the yellow V8 Racing Corvette. Turn 7 and a code 60 is called. The 167 Nova Race Ginetta has spread oil on the track, and it needs to be cleaned up before racing can get back underway. Drivers must average 60 kilometers an hour or less until the green flag is shown again. Clean-up completed and the battle recommences. Tooth and nail at the front and the back, with all the teams fighting to get a good position and stay out of trouble. Third place overall being hotly contested by Mercedes-Benz and Corvette. Into lap traffic, and the number 19 Corvette from V8 Racing takes advantage and the positions change. The Racing Divas BMW passed either side by the faster cars, the V8 Racing Corvette winning the exchange. It's tight at the front too, with the number 12 FAC Autotech Porsche, Martin Ragginger at the wheel, just holding on as Jelmer Berman chases him down in the Black Falcon Mercedes-Benz. An hour into the race, and the number 9 Hofer racing car comes out of turn 6. There's dust on his tyres as he tries to get around the blue Seat and pinches the corner to do so. The grip just isn't there, and when the power goes down, the back slips out and he's in the Armco. Kenneth Hyatt comes away unhurt, and the car limps to the pits for repairs, the first of many.
Especially for me, because it's really long ago having a crash, and I know traffic so well for VLN and everything, but I touched in the turn 4, the Seat, the blue Seat, I think it's the new one, the MK2. He didn't see me at all. For sure, when I can do it another time, I will respect more and wait and wait and wait, and then I overtake. But I go inside and he didn't see me. I go fast right to the wall and hadn't the chance to quit the hits.
There's a short code 60 to allow the marshals to clear the track of debris, and when the green flags drops, we're back racing. "26 laps down, and FAC Autotech 2 with the pole sitter Ragginger is still leading. The A6 AM-Class leader is almost a minute behind in third place. It's the 88 Dragon racing car. They're also the top Ferrari in the overall standings. The number 70 Mission Possible car running well, and the team praising the setup. When the 12 Porsche comes in for fuel and tyres at lap 39, Black Falcons briefly lead. Although it's now back with the Porsche team, this stop swaps the lead back to the Mercedes. So now the Falcons pit from the lead, along with third place V8 Racing in the yellow Corvette. Dutch driver Jelmer Berman jumps out, and the lead goes back to FAC Autotech 2. The Swiss Stadler Porsche number 1 still in the running in 4th. Leading the 997 class and 14th overall, the number 26 Black Falcon 4-team pit. The pits are busy now because the maximum allowable stint time is 2 hours per driver, and for each of the top teams, a driver change means a change of tyres, and this is where the partnership with Hankook comes into play.
You cannot compare Dubai to anything else. Now we have a lot of experience in Le Mans, in Nürburgring, and other endurance races in the world. And it's a big surprise for us how everything works here in Dubai. It works fantastic, and we are really pretty much satisfied actually. We have here in total 94 cars on grid. We brought for these cars 7,500 tires. Only 5,000 slicks and 2,500 wet tires. Our target is to get that every team get the tires into 5 minutes. That's the target for us. We have here 50 workers on spot. We are working 3 shifts during the night, during the day, and we have a late shift as well. We have 5 lines for tire fitting, 24 hours around the clock. What I found out here is that everybody helps each other. And this is what we in Hankook Tire like very much. It's a kind of family, and now we are part of this family.
Black Falcon 2 back in the lead again. The team and car seem to be working like clockwork, with Abdulaziz Al Faisal taking the wheel from Hubert Haupt. The LED number 1 in the rear window shows the real-time position of the car in the race.
Yeah, we had a good start. We were first in the first sector, so I took the lead and I kept the lead. And it's very hard to drive outside because so many cars on the track. It's incredible. Almost had about 3 or 4 crashes. So really have to take careful, and it's okay.
In the A3T class, the number 98 WEC Motorsport Blue Seat Leon are having their own troubles.
Years, but we're losing drive on and off, so hopefully we have a quick fix with some electronics, but I'm ready to get in case.
Disaster strikes for last year's winner Stadler Motorsport in the number 1 Porsche. Christian Engelhardt has had a collision, and now they've got suspension problems. The back of the car starts to lose parts of the bodywork on the way to the pits. It eventually catches fire, and after a really clean race in 2014, this is a serious incident. Four hours into the race, and the 88 Dragon Ferrari is class leader in the A6 Amateurs.
Yeah, we're just trying to stay as close as we can to that 204 minimum reference. Everything's working well so far. I double stinted off the start, did the full 2 hours, interrupted by a couple of code 60s, but there's still an awfully long way to go. But Mohamed's done his stint for now. We've now got Jordan Groger in the car. We've got Matt Griffin to come. Mal will be then going back in for another double. So, yeah, we're set fair. Touch wood for another 6 hours of smooth running.
One of the favourites, Car 3, the Abu Dhabi Black Falcons, experienced differential problems in qualifying. Now they've got flames from the back of the car going into the pits. It's not a good race at all just 4 hours in, and it turns out they had contact with the Clio number 110 down in 70th position. The Mercedes goes up on its jacks and into the garage to see if it can be fixed. These types of incidents are almost inevitable, as there's such a large speed differential between the front and the back of the field, with the faster cars overtaking sometimes up to 12 cars a lap. As the teams reach a rhythm and settle into the race, the first challenge arises as the sun goes down in Dubai. With dusk, the drivers find it hard for their lights to penetrate the dusty air. Lap times increase as the temperature drops. It doesn't last long as the sun drops out of sight very quickly here. This is where the experienced pilots shine. The first accident of the night is a significant one. The number 5 car collection Mercedes-Benz SLS has taken a heavy impact. When the car is brought into the light of the garage, the team can see it's had a substantial front impact. The cooling system is destroyed, and this spells the end for the German team. At a quarter distance, it's the Mercedes-Benz of Black Falcon 2 who lead on 143 laps. Then KPM Aston Martin Racing and SPS Automotive Performance a lap further back in third. The 997 class leader is in the top 10 at 9th for Black Falcon 4, and half of the top 10 are Mercedes-Benz. Down at SPS Automotive, they're not shocked by the number of incidents.
No, I'm not surprised at all, actually. The conditions are really, really tough out there. There's a lot of overtaking. Even myself, when driving, I'm always really praying every corner I'm taking that I'm not going to get hit. So I'm really, really happy how we've been performing so far, and hopefully we will continue like this.
The Mission Possible team, run by Zorg Rennsport, are coping well with the busy conditions.
It's not our first 24-hour race, it's the first 24-hour race that guys in a wheelchair have ever done. So we want to finish, and we don't want to finish last, so we are completely in our plan.
We are a bit unlucky till now. We came from P3 in class, and I think 9th overall. But we have some little contact and have 2 more pit stops during that, and we try to survive the night, and tomorrow morning it's racing time.
The GT86 Toyota of the pit lane team in the A2 class are finding out what it's like to be one of these slower cars.
It was very, very hard because, you know, in the mirror you see so much lights and everybody wants to overtake you. So you have to look, and it's almost all of the time. But I think after 15 minutes you can get used to it.
Yes, of course, a beautiful track, a lot of cars, 95 cars. And it's really exciting. I'm just getting off my second stint in the night, and it's really good.
Consistency is the tactic for the Nissan GT Academy team RGN. They're making their way up the rankings, currently in 8th overall, that's 3rd in class.
Really good, you know, 2 of our drivers just get thrown into the darkness, and they manage. Their lap times were almost there, you know, quite from the beginning, so it's pretty amazing how quick they can adapt to the car and also the different conditions outside.
One of the family teams is the 5 Joneses in the Pressy Spark Mercedes.
It's pretty hectic out there, very difficult to get, well, you're overtaking so many cars each lap, but, you know, everybody seems to be understand where we are, use the flashes a lot, and no incidents really.
It's all action in the Red Camel pit box. They've suffered various misfortunes.
Now we're going to take the engine out and rebuild the gearbox with another gearbox. It's going to take about 2 hours, which is a shame really, because we were doing well in our class. Yeah, obviously we're in the slowest class, so we generally spend about 60% of the time looking in the rearview mirror and the mirrors. It's very daunting, especially at night time. The closing speed of these fast cars is incredible. But you know, you just have to stay on the line and make them go around you. But 24-hour race is all about being safe, and that's what we've always discussed to the whole team.
Still leading the A6 AM class is the number 88 Ferrari of Dragon Racing.
Till now, everything is going really well. Car is doing great. Everyone is happy, and hope it stays this way. I mean, still we have 17 hours to go, so till now we're looking good, really.
It's not been plain sailing though for FAC Autotech, who've seen their fair share of action.
Yeah, we start fine and work in front from position 30, what we start, to position 2. And then we have an accident with a slow car, crashed the car behind of the rear axle.
But on the other hand, Black Falcon 2 are settling into the race well.
Yeah, it's 6 hours into the race, and so far we're leading. So every driver went out, did a stint, and everyone's comfortable with the car. It's a lot of cars on the track, just staying out of trouble. And as the dark came down, you can see there's a lot of Code 60. I think people are just trying to push more, and it's getting colder. So yeah, it's just more exciting now. I've been here, this is my 9th race, so in the 24 hours of Dubai. And the one thing that I've learned is just keep calm and manage through the night, and then see where you are in the morning, and hopefully have a good result in the end.
It's a Dubai 24-hour tradition to have nighttime fireworks. The drivers have little chance to enjoy the display, even though there's a Code 60 going on. However, it is the only time some light is shed on the back half of the circuit. The intensity of the race continues with each driver change, and the Gravity Racing Mercedes from Belgium is feeling the pace, a mechanical problem for them. It's old school for R8 Motorsport and the 104 car. No air jacks or centre lock wheels, it's a scissor jack and 5 nuts for this team. On board, they're suffering from cold tyres and take a spin. Ram Racing are still going well, knocking on the door of a top 3 in class. The Red Camel R8 Audi seems to be in the thick of it, with the 16-year-old Rick Breukers making some contact.
And another car hit me from behind. I didn't see the car, but I wasn't on the inside, so I think it's just a race accident. And yeah, there was a little bit damage on the left back side, and I don't know the exact problem.
The windscreen was off, and a very big hit at the left rear. Now we have to repair it. A new windscreen in, a new mirror, because we're missing the mirror. And now we go out again. It was a pity, it was going very well.
The RTR Project's BMW M3 has a problem and has come to a stop next to the pit wall. That's going to need to be extracted from the track. Number 11, the FAC Autotech 1 team, are not having much luck. They were closing in on the Dragon Ferrari, but then they had a spin off the track, fortunately without any major damage. Race leaders Black Falcon 2 are running well, but will need to take a short penalty for a misdemeanor during the last Code 60.
Yeah, it was a fantastic stint. At the beginning, I lost something in the car, so we lost over a minute in the pits. It was not good. Now I got stop and go penalty for 10 seconds. I have no idea why. I'll find out. But we're still in the lead. Car runs well, and everything's good.
As we go through the night, almost everyone has had some hint of contact. I wonder just how many metres of repair tape have been applied to the cars. Car 167, the Ginetta, heading down into the first corner, but 3 into turn 1 just don't go. The Ginetta makes contact with one of the Clios and spins off. Remember, this was the car that had problems early on with an oil leak. It's been a busy race already for the Nova race team. Nissan's GT Academy team RGM seem unperturbed by their relative lack of track time. They've a combined racing experience of only 3.5 years, but currently 7th overall and consistently posting times just over the 204 reference for the A6AM class. The number 28 Aston Martin Vantage is still putting in a good show, 2nd overall. Halfway through the race, and the Black Falcon Mercedes-Benz has a 2-lap lead on the KPM Aston Martin. SPS Automotive are a further lap back, as is the Dragon Racing Ferrari, Ram Racing in 5th. The GTR of the Nissan GT Academy is impressively holding down 6th position on 291 laps. GDL Racing in 7th. Black Falcon 4 is the first Porsche in 8th. 9th is Gulf Racing in the Lamborghini, and Attempto Racing round out the top 10. There's battles going on throughout the classes. Black Falcon and Dragon Racing, we've mentioned. The 997 class is led by Black Falcon 4. The Australian Focus V8 of Mark Cars in SP2 and the Ginetta G55 of Optimum in SP3. In A5, it's a BMW E46, the Hofer Cooper racing car. In A3T, the Seat Super Cooper VDS in A2, and Racing Divas by Las Moros in the Cup 1 category. Halfway through the race, there's been 8 Code 60s that have broken up the racing, but it's proved safe and successful. And this is the time of night when the teams and drivers find it the hardest. They've been going for a whole day and have not slept for 24 hours for some of them. Some of the drivers compare it to a dream state. The repetition begins to take its toll, and this is where concentration can lapse. Mistakes can be made. It does make it a little easier that the track is a little less full. Some of the cars have been retired through mechanical problems and collisions. And there's 13 hours and 21 minutes of darkness here in Dubai. That's the longest of any 24-hour race in the world. As the sun illuminates a dusty sky, it brings with it a newfound lease of life for the mechanics and drivers. The end is just about in sight. All they've got to do now is keep pushing and stay out of trouble. There's been a substantial build-up of rubber on the track overnight, and the drivers have to stay on the race line to get the best grip. It's not easy when the fastest cars are overtaking so many others every single lap. The number 88 Dragon Racing Ferrari has come up to second in the overall overnight
and is leading the amateur class after a faultless performance.
The 75 BMW leads the A5 class and has had a great run so far. The 997 class being led by the 26 car, and at this point the second Black Falcon Porsche number 25 is a close second. The number 28 pushing really hard. Just 3 laps behind Ram Racing in third place. In the Cup 1 class, the Racing Divas BMW are just staying ahead. In 5th overall, the number 33 SPS Automotive Mercedes has a hub problem, and they're not sure whether they can get back out. Number 99 Attempto Racing 2 team currently in 3rd in the A6 AM class even after a spin. The Mercedes-Benz of Black Falcon still leads the overall standings, with there being little change in the early hours of the morning. It's still that 2-lap lead for Black Falcon Mercedes-Benz, with the Dragon Racing car being chased down by Ram Racing SLS for second. KPM Racing Aston Martin still there in 4th, and the SPS Automotive Mercedes-Benz in trouble and 5 laps behind. On 435 laps, Nissan GT Academy Team RGN are in 6th, Attempto Racing in 7th in the Porsche, 8th in the Lamborghini is Gulf Racing, 9th the top 997 class car with Black Falcon, and the Mercedes of GDL Racing makes up the top 10. The Mark Car Australia 2 team has sustained what looks to be a serious impact to the front left. Fortunately, the damage isn't catastrophic, and the Ford Focus V8 can continue with cosmetic repairs.
3rd overall and leading their class, the 88 Dragon Ferrari have had their first issue.
T-boned by Alexei Vasilev with about 3 laps to go. I let Stefan Mucker by, and Vasilev just lunged from miles back. You know, I'm using indicators to let the pro cars by. You know, I know what I'm doing. I was at the apex of the hairpin, and kaboom in the passenger door. I'm like, oh dude, come on, we're already in stroke at home mode. So yeah, counting the hours down now. You know, we've come a long way, but I think we all realise there's still 2 Blancpain races to go.
.11 in the morning, and the leading 997 class car from Black Falcon is struck with an overheating problem. The Ladougou Racing Porsche number 49 has had a heavy impact and brings out the 13th period of code 60. This seems to be the safest and fairest solution to give marshals the time to clear the track of debris and fluid. The lap 57 A2 class Honda Integra, possibly just distracted by the Nissan and probably has cold tyres, takes a short spin. Mission Possible's number 70 BMW are sitting just outside the top half in the overall positions and still doing great lap times. Despite their problems, the 997 class leader is still the number 26 Black Falcon.
Yeah, until now we are leading. We had a leak in our radiator here just 2 hours ago, so before that we were 7 laps in front, so now we really have to push to keep the lead, so exciting.
2 hours to go, and at the front of the field, Black Falcon 2's Mercedes-Benz.
The performance that we put in and the amount of the lead laps that we have, so yeah, everyone's done a really good job. The car's been really good so far, so hopefully we still have 2 hours to go, and hopefully we can win this race.
As we close in on the final hour, all the teams want to improve their standings and prove a point. Some of the most exciting times on the track. Other cars just feeling the laps and the time, and they'll be limping over the finish line. It seems the Mercedes-Benz SLS has been built especially for 24-hour racing. The majority that started are still in the race, and they're running second and third overall. The Nissan GT Academy Team RGN still running well. They've got youth on their side, of course, and it seems the hours on the simulator has paid dividends. The Racing Divas have put in a fine performance, leading their class. They really love this event and their new BMW Cup 1 car.
Yeah, it's well, I drove the 24 hours of Barcelona with M235 as well, and I'm driving at Bonk Motorsport for a year now. Last year I drove with the M3, and this new Cup 1, yeah, it's really great. It's there are 6 cars competing, and from the beginning I said we had a very strong team, and now it shows off.
The Black Falcon 2 car heads into the pits for the last time, and Jelmer Berman, who started the race, gets back in. The number 26 Black Falcon pulls in behind for their last change. That's not great timing. They are both class-leading cars. The next issue for the Black Falcon is the lap 58 Honda. It's being pushed back from its pit box to avoid the Red Camel Audi R8. And now the teams can almost feel the end of the race. Martin Kroll in the 75 BMW M3 Coupe is leading his class, but pulls in for an unscheduled stop. It's an oil leak, but it'll be patched up and they will get to the finish. It's the final stop for the number 30 Ram Racing SLS. They've been hoping for a top 3 finish in this year's Dubai 24, currently in second, but on the same lap as the Dragon Racing Ferrari. In a frustrating 4th overall is the top Aston Martin. It's the number 28 KPM racing car. They have led the race and they're just 1 lap down from the podium. SP3 class leader is the Optimum Motorsport Ginetta G55. They've got a comfortable lead ahead of their rival Speedworks. The Racing Divas still maintaining their class lead and staying out of any trouble as we move into the final stages of the 24-hour race. VDS Racing in the Honda Civic have had an incredible race, just managing to stay ahead of the Mini Cooper. It's been really tight for the A2 class honours. All nerves now on the Black Falcon pit wall, just a few minutes to go, and perhaps they'll have their 3rd victory at the Dubai Autodrome. Jelmer Berman brings it round the final corner and secures a textbook win for Black Falcons. 2nd going to Ram Racing and 3rd the Dragon Racing Ferrari, who started 17th on the grid. Truly anything can happen at Dubai 24.
It is, I mean, we fought so hard to win this race, and it's my 9th year here, so finished 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and this time it's 1st, so feeling really good.
Overall winners, the team from Germany, Black Falcon Racing, the 3rd victory in this race for Black Falcon. Let's hear for Angela Zisa-Farzo, Hubertaus, Jelmer Berman and Oliver Webb.
It's an incredible feeling. Last year we were 3rd, this year we won. Aziz tried it 9 times now, and the first time that he wins, we absolutely had no problems. That's what we knew before. We just have to run and not staying in the pits. And the car was perfect, and with 604 laps we have a new record here. So it's an amazing, fantastic race, and the team was working absolutely perfect.
604 laps completed for the winning Black Falcon Mercedes-Benz, 4 laps more than the British Ram Racing team. The top Ferrari in 3rd from Dragon Racing, KPM in 4th with the best of the Aston Martins, and a brilliant drive from the Nissan GT Academy RGM team. An amazing result for the Ferrari of the Czech Scuderia Praha team, who started 3rd from the back and finished 6th. Attempto Racing completed 584 laps, just 2 ahead of the top Lamborghini in 8th, and the 2 Black Falcons finish off the top 10, both from the 997 class. And in the classes, Black Falcon from Ram Racing in A6 Pro with KPM's Aston Martin in 3rd. In the YAM, a great win for Dragon Racing in their Ferrari, ahead of 2nd place Nissan GT Academy and Attempto Racing. In the 997 class, it was a close one between the 2 teammates from Black Falcon, with Lechner Racing Middle East coming in 3rd. Mark Cars Australia had 1st and 2nd in the SP2 class, with Boots on Ginion Racing's Maserati in 3rd. In SP3, Ginetta's first and second from Optimum and Speedworks, and Speedworks with their Aston Martin make up the podium. In A5, it's all BMWs, Hofer, GR Motorsport and RTR projects. A3T, Seat beats Volkswagen, Golf and Seat. And the A2 category, VDS Racing Adventures from the Mini of Bezeplast Racing and Krenech Motorsports Renault Clio Cup car. And finally, the new Cup 1 category was dominated by the Racing Divas, 20 ahead of their nearest rivals, the Securitas Sorg Rennsport Racing Team and the Racehouse Motorsport Team. The 10th anniversary of the Hankook Dubai 24 has been a spectacular race. There's been drama, heartbreak and elation. This now a truly international race with drivers from over 50 different nations, 4 different nationalities in the winning car. For the manufacturers, the German dominance of the event continues with a 1-2 for Mercedes-Benz, but with Ferrari, Aston Martin, Nissan, Porsche and Lamborghini all in the top 10. An incredible start to the International Endurance Series. The next stop is Italy and Mugello. I'm John Hindorf. See you there.